Good evening. In a world moving at breakneck speed, staying informed is essential. Tonight, we cut through the noise, covering legal battles, global crises, and the tech debates shaping our future. Welcome to Global Headlines Today. Let's begin. We begin in South Carolina, where former child star Zachery Ty Bryan, known from Home Improvement, faces new domestic violence charges. This marks his third major legal issue in recent years, highlighting a troubling pattern for those who grew up in the Hollywood spotlight. The contrast between his wholesome TV image and current reality is stark, raising questions about the pressures of fame and the support systems for young actors. As the legal process unfolds, the case is sparking broader conversations about the entertainment industry's responsibility to its young talent. For now, Bryan faces a public reckoning and a legal battle that could define his future. Behind every headline is a human story, one that's often more complex than it appears. We'll continue to follow this case as it develops. Next, the attempted assassination of former President Donald Trump has revealed chilling details about the would-be attacker, Thomas Crooks. Investigators found Crooks meticulously planned the attack, spending months researching security and radicalizing online. He hid his intentions well, fitting the quiet loner profile, but evidence shows a deliberate descent into extremism. This case highlights the challenge of detecting threats that develop in digital isolation. It raises urgent questions about online radicalization and the role of tech platforms in public safety. The story of Thomas Crooks is now a case study in modern extremism. It's a stark reminder of the dangers lurking beneath seemingly ordinary lives. Minnesota is under federal investigation for alleged systemic discrimination in public hiring. The DOJ is reviewing whether state and local programs gave unfair preference based on race or gender, potentially violating civil rights laws. This probe puts Minnesota at the center of the national debate over diversity, equity, and inclusion in government. Supporters say DEI policies correct historical imbalances. Critics argue they create new forms of discrimination. The outcome could set a legal precedent, forcing changes nationwide. This investigation is a pivotal test for how America defines equal opportunity. We'll watch closely as the case unfolds. A federal court has rejected a plea deal for Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, the self-proclaimed mastermind of the 9/11 attacks. The deal would have spared him the death penalty in exchange for a guilty plea, but families of victims and much of the public opposed it. The case now heads toward a full capital trial, reigniting debate over justice, closure, and the complexities of Guantanamo's military tribunals. The ruling prolongs the wait for families, but keeps alive their hope for full accountability. The world will be watching as this historic case moves forward. The final chapter of the 9/11's legal saga is still unwritten. Investigators have determined that the Air India crash, which killed 260 people, was caused by a preventable cockpit error. Critical fuel switches were accidentally turned off just after takeoff, leading to a total loss of engine power. The tragedy shifts focus to cockpit design, pilot training, and human factors in aviation safety. The findings are devastating for families, as the crash was not mechanical but human error. The final report will likely prompt new safety recommendations for airlines worldwide. For those lost, these changes come too late, a sobering reminder of the stakes in aviation. The investigation continues with the hope of preventing future tragedies. Former President Trump has imposed a sweeping 35% tariff on all Canadian imports, sending shockwaves through global markets. The Canadian dollar and stock market plunged, while U.S. industries brace for higher costs. Cryptocurrency surged as investors sought safe havens amid the turmoil. Canada has vowed retaliation, setting the stage for a new trade war that could disrupt supply chains and raise prices. Supporters see the move as protecting American jobs. Critics warn of economic self-harm and strained alliances. The long-term impact remains uncertain, but a new era of economic confrontation has begun. We'll track the fallout as it unfolds. Elon Musk's XAI has launched Grok 4, an AI chatbot that references Musk's own tweets to shape its responses. Fans call it a breakthrough in personalized AI. Critics call it digital narcissism and worry about bias. The move reignites debate over whether AI should reflect individual viewpoints or strive for objectivity. Grok 4's launch puts the spotlight on the philosophical divide in AI development. Will users embrace its unique personality or reject it as a flawed gimmick? The answer could shape the future of AI. The tech world is watching closely. King Charles has relaxed the all-white dress code for tennis at Buckingham Palace, breaking with centuries of tradition. The change is seen as a small but symbolic step toward modernizing the monarchy. Royal watchers interpret it as a sign that the institution can adapt without losing its core identity. These gestures, though minor, shape public perception of the royal family. Under King Charles, the monarchy signals it's open to change, however subtle. Even the smallest updates can carry big meaning in royal circles. NFL legend Adrian Peterson is entering the celebrity boxing ring after reportedly losing most of his $100 million fortune. His financial troubles, including mismanagement and legal disputes, have led him to seek new income in the spotlight. The fight was sparked by a heated poker game argument, adding drama to the event. Peterson joins a growing list of athletes turning to combat sports post-retirement. His story is a cautionary tale about the challenges of managing wealth after sports stardom. Whether this move leads to recovery or more spectacle remains to be seen. For many athletes, the end of one career is just the start of another unpredictable chapter. Here's a quick look at other major headlines. Europe faces record heat waves and wildfires, straining emergency services and highlighting climate change's impact. A powerful typhoon is set to hit Japan, prompting evacuations and transport shutdowns. Iran unveils a new drone defense system amid rising regional tensions. Google faces a major lawsuit over alleged copyright violations in AI training. And Beyoncé has announced her retirement from touring, with one final world tour planned. Each story reflects the rapid changes and challenges shaping our world. Stay tuned for more updates. That's our global roundup for tonight. From personal struggles to global shifts, these stories shape our shared future. Like, share, and subscribe for tomorrow's 10-minute world update. Stay informed globally.